poprzednim odcinku.
To wpłynęło bardzo na Salemej? Nie, przyjaźnie. Ale to fuck it. Ukończ próbę wody w tym kierunku. Zastanawia mnie aczkolwiek fakt, jak przebiegnie reszta gry, bo wydaje mi się, że zostały jakieś 3 godziny i zostało mi niewiele zadań pobocznych do zrobienia. To co prawda jest troszkę męczące, ale wydaje mi się, że... Nie mam pojęcia. Petru, Safra. Resztę zrobiliśmy, więc... Kto wie? Kto wie?
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Mieliśmy już ten dialog i w sumie zapomniałem na śmierć, żeby kupić coś, czego raczej w ekwipunku nie znajdę. Prawda? Masz. Dobra, no i jesteśmy. Rozpocznijmy tę przygodę. Ukagard. Nawet Kierkegaard.
They're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep. You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
Nice. Ale jaja.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsentats. They seem to be resting.
Myślisz?
Perhaps we can pass without waking them if we move silently.
Jeżeli się uda. O kurde. Brak mi wigoru, by tam przeskoczyć. No i dupa. Błagam, niech nam się uda. O! To tyle? To było to? O! Ciekawe.
Watch out, Anadag!
A.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Jeszcze raz. Możesz powtórzyć? O kurna. Tam jest to bydle. Czy ja to gdzieś znajdę? Notesie, cokolwiek. Dobra, jeszcze raz.
This drawing looks like an infant. Could it represent light? The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. On this stone, the sun is visible. This stone bears the image of a storm. Or perhaps the wind. This stone is blackened, eaten away. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of... Here this looks like a snowflake.
Jak on to mówił?
The snow, or maybe ice.
Unosił go wiatr. Czuł lód, prawda? Potem coś o słońcu. Kurna, co się uda? I do wody? I był z nami? Tak jest. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Co teraz? Już próbuję wody. Seria. O, swój? Okej. Ura. Udało się. No, obeszło się bez zabijania.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi. And a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Milfrichtemann.
Okej. To przyszedłem tę próbę? Już? To było zabawne. Szybko by mi poszło, nie?
Bertir to mad on Ormanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
Dzięki. Nie stałem do ciebie plecami, ale okej. Niech ci będzie.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tearfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before you did the same. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of ruse and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Einon Milfrichtemann now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glendan.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlug.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekidan Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa'awalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Ja też, wierz mi. Czy 2000 expa wystarczy, by... Nie. Kolejne 2000 są potrzebne, żeby zrobić poziom. Porozmawiać z konstant... Kning. Dobra, niech będzie. Cześć, młody. Czy byłem? O kurde.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes. He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events. But know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Ciekawe. Przypytaj przywódców klanu. Znajdź Konstantina, obóz jego eskorty. Dobra. To do dzieła. O cholera. Kto by pomyślał, nie? Te góry.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Onegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Okej.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinolmenawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
A ja chcę rozłożyć punkty, bowiem je dostałem. Skrytobójczy cios. Bang. Atrybuty. Wytrzymałość. Boom. Czy skrytobójczy cios? Owszem, eliksiry będziemy sobie pili.
The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are among them. A crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place, perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Biegusiem. Ojej, jak tu ładnie. Co nie?
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way.
What the fuck?
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Nie żeby coś, ale te drzewa nadal płoną. To niepokojące.
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Poison on my blade. Let's go!
Tak, wiem, że to nie tu, ale jestem ciekaw. Aha, to jest skrót. A szkoda. I wraz wokół nie ma żadnych skrzynek. Do dupy.
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Nie mam pojęcia.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Nie mam pojęcia. Najbardziej mnie martwi, że nie wiem, czy są tu jeszcze jakieś ślady. A, to jest skrót. Jest tam skrzynia, która jest otwarta. Z tym, że ja tu już śladów nie widzę. To niepokojące jak cholera.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
O, notatki profesora. Jak miło.
Path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasach.
To wio.
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, these men came from a nearby camp, an old outpost of the Alliance taken over by the Coin Guard. They could well have decided to finish what they'd planned in New Serene. These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Dobra, zbadaj posterunek sojuszu. To bym chciał ogarnąć. Wydaje mi się, że najbardziej sensowną drogą, nie? Tak mnie nienawidzą, więc w sumie wszystko jedno, nie? Ojejku, i tak nie będą chcieli ze mną gadać, a jeżeli będą chcieli, to raczej będzie to bójka. Ale no cóż. Aczkolwiek wierzę w swoje umiejętności dyplomatyczne, to zwyczajnie nie przemawia do mnie gadanie z sojuszem mostu. Ojej, oby to się udało. przeciwnym razie będzie średnia. Mam nadzieję, że nie będzie łomotu na wejście.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the congregation of merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. I am Captain Idris, of the Coin Guard. I am the ranking officer in charge of this outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantin Dorset, the island governor of the congregation of merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but... there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance. This boy will not survive long if someone doesn't help him. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Okej, zaszło to jakieś małe misje do wykonania. O to mi chodzi. Dobra.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Świetne eliksir przeciw poparzeniom. Mam to? Kupiłem to? What? Excuse me? Mam.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this.
Nie wiem skąd, ale mam.
We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Okej. Gdzie idziesz? Bo ja muszę odpocząć, tylko nie wiem gdzie. Tutaj chyba. Będę troszkę zawiedziony, jeżeli do końca gry już nie znajdę lepszej zbroi. Chociaż wiecie, trzeba też mieć na uwadze, że to nie jest kurde Skyrim czy Wiedźmin, nie? Że w kółko coś lepszego i coś lepszego. Zresztą w Wiedźminie też pod koniec już miałem taki sprzęcior, że ja się bardzo wcześnie jakoś tak w te wszystkie rzeczy ekwipuję, ergo zwykle kończy się tak, że biegam potem uzbrojony po zęby. A szkoda, znaczy są tego plusy, ale w tym aspekcie już progresu większego raczej do końca gry nie poczuję, nie? Broń czy zbroja, a to ważne elementy, więc no cóż.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals that seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
O proszę. No to ciekawe.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency.
Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Okej. Spytaj Darren. Niedaleko. No, przynajmniej mnie nie atakują, nie? Tyle dobrego. Dzień dobry.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkdaren. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Okej. Daleko trzymają to ciałko. No, mordę. Ciekawe, co znajdziemy, nie? Ha. Po tej stronie obozu jeszcze nie byłem. Bo jedyny raz, kiedy tu byłem, to przekradaliśmy się, nie? Żadnych skrzynek.
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body. I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad. To have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want, judging by the severity of these wounds. I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kedachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Siora, weź kurde bez jaj, serio, naprawdę mieliśmy nie bezcześcić ciała. A ta sobie stanęła, a ciul z tym, nie? Okej. Muszę przekonać wspaniałą Tierrę, żeby mi pomogła. To nie pójdzie gładko. Ona jest mną zachwycona, uwielbia mnie, po prostu nieopisanie. Serio. Jestem jej ulubieńcem wręcz. Ojejku, ale fabuła się rozkręca, to musicie przyznać, nie? Że gra ma w sobie magię, której nie da się słowami opisać. Jest wyjątkowa, naprawdę. Nie mogę się doczekać, żeby zobaczyć, jak będzie finał tej historii wyglądał. Wydaje mi się, że powinniśmy ją zmieścić w, ja wiem, 18? 20 odcinków to jest maksimum. Takie naprawdę solidne maksimum. Ale szczerze jestem pewien, że zmieścimy ją w znacznie mniejszej. Na czym znacznie, no. Zobaczymy, jak będzie z długością, ale wydaje mi się, że 20 to jest optymalna ilość, na którą powinniśmy liczyć. Ojejku. Zaraz. Wyższy level. Nadal nic. A z tobą mogę pogadać, Siora, o co chodzi? Co? Siora. Siora.
Karans, could you help me once more?
What is it?
I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral, and I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, your support would be a great help. Will you come with me?
Of course. I'd be happy to be by your side. Let's go.
Okej. Pięknie. Bardzo ładnie. Bardzo ładnie. W każdym razie, moi drodzy, to na tyle w tym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że się wam podobało. Jeżeli tak, pamiętajcie o kciuku w górę. Ja z kolei zapraszam was codziennie o 16:19. Pamiętajcie, żeby śledzić Facebooka, Instagrama, być na bieżąco oraz obserwować Twitcha, jeżeli chcecie oglądać mnie na żywo, prawie codziennie. Tymczasem trzymajcie ciepło i do miłego usłyszenia.